Breaking news, Nigerians. They say wonders shall never cease to end. Oh. Nothing when we not go here for this country, Nigeria. Ariwoola disguises on wheelchair in London hotel for secret meeting with Bola Tinubu. And now the question is, why are you disguising yourself? What are they planning to do this time around? Chief Justice Olukayode Ariwoola has been cited in London pretending to be a physically challenged old man. People's Gazette lands today in what Supreme Court sources said was a clandestine preparation for a meeting with President-elect Bola Tinubu. Mr. Ariwoola's movement was exposed to the Gazette as Mr. Tinubu was arriving in London for what his team claimed was a relaxation trip after a hectic campaign that preceded his declaration as Nigeria's president-elect last month. But Mr. Tinubu kept his trip to London secret until it was exposed on Wednesday afternoon by Sahara reporters, which said the trip was a medical emergency. The Gazette learned that Mr. Ariwoola departed Nigeria on March 11 via Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. He was pushed in a wheelchair through the terminals to board a British Airways flight, our source said. Upon arrival in London, Mr. Ariwoola, 64, was also wheeled into a hotel downtown when he has remained ever since. But immediately after checking into the hotel, Mr. Ariwoola abandoned his wheelchair and started moving around the facility unnamed. The Supreme Court is not known with any physical disabilities. He has been moving about in the hotel without any wheelchair. A source familiar with the CJN activities at the London accommodation told the Gazette he was standing on his own in the elevator just yesterday. The Gazette learned that Mr. Ariwoola repeatedly picked up food ordered via delivery service at a mid-level lobby, including Uber Eats and Deliveroo. It was unclear whether or not he placed the orders by himself or how he paid. With Mr. Tinubu now in Europe, he would be meeting Mr. Ariwoola in a secret arrangement to discuss issues unknown to Nigerians, our source said. The CJN deliberately left the country more than a week ahead of Tinubu to avoid any suspicion about why or both of them disappeared at once. A source familiar said that is why he traveled secretly and Tinubu also traveled secretly. Shortly after Mr. Tinubu's trip was reported, his media aides issued a statement saying he was going to be in Paris and London briefly before heading to Saudi Arabia for prayer rites. His return date was not disclosed. But many Nigerians expressed immediate doubt about the statement's credibility, especially as it was not volunteered before the trip was uncovered. They thought that they could secretly move the president-elect abroad without anybody knowing about it. A source said that is one of the several mistakes they made on the matter, aside from the belief that they could allow the Chief Justice of Nigeria to move about in a London hotel for several days undetected after going through the trouble of disguising him in a wheelchair. The Gazette has temporarily withheld the CGA photos and the specific hotel he stayed in to protect a source central to this story. A Supreme Court source said Mr. Ariwoola wanted to meet Mr. Tinubu to discuss issues that may rise from the broadening legal challenge to the declaration as president-elect, including whether or not he should be worried about the petitions recently filed by opposition parties. The CJN would either ensure Tinubu of victory in court or tell him that he should be worried about the dimension the petitions may take through the court stages, the source said, under anonymity to avoid facing administrative action for dishing out this information or to reporters. But we may never know what they actually discuss after their secret meeting. I am reluctant to start thinking about their meeting right now, the source added. But any fair-minded person will easily admit that both of them meeting in a foreign corner to discuss something that Nigerians will not know about is highly suspicious and should be unwarranted. Okay. Also, Festus Kayode, a spokesperson for the Supreme Court, actually hung up when the Gazette requested comment about Mr. Ariwoola's secret trip to London. The National Judiciary Council declined comment about Mr. Ariwoola's suspicious activity. Mr. Tinubu's spokespersons also declined comment on Thursday afternoon. Mr. Ariwoola's appearance with Mr. Tinubu has continued despite the ranging challenge to the declaration of Mr. Tinubu as president-elect and the ultimate role the Supreme Court is expected to play in the legal battle. The two opposition candidates, Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, have this week filed petitions against Mr. Tinubu's emergency, saying the process that led to the decision of the Electoral Office, INEC, was fraudulent and unconstitutional. Now, Nigerians can now understand why APC is saying go to court. That is it. So Nigerians are not surprised. But let's see how this rolls. I'm dropping it. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section.